Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bandwagon Alert. How's everyone doing today? How's your day going? I don't know when you're listening to this exactly, but I hope whenever you're doing, I hope your day is going great. Hope everything you want in life is happening. And yeah, so basically we're just gonna get straight into this. We're talking about week 10 football, the NBA draft, the NBA coming back, my picks for who's going to get drafted, my lottery or whatever they call it, mock draft, and college football is a little bit of Masters talk. And yeah, basically, we're just converting this into a sports podcast now. So I know how I said I was going to talk about like TV and movies and stuff, but I just think it's easier just to stay on one topic of sports, like stay on one topic, and it's going to be about sports from now. So that's about it for the intro. So we're going to do that. All right, we're gonna get back into it. So, week 10 of the NFL season, 1 o'clock games right now. I'll tell you where you can watch them. So, first game is the Houston Texans versus the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, 1 o'clock on Fox. Check your local listings. I have the Texans winning. I just think you have Deshaun Watson in hand. And I just think they played good. I mean, I guess they played the Jaguars last week, so you can't really expect anything too much. I think it's gonna be a good back and forth game. Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. I Odell Beckham's not playing. Who is returning for the Cleveland Browns is Nick Chubb, he was injured a couple weeks ago. He's coming back. He should have a good game. He's expected back to return. So I think well, a good game because they're going up against Texans, who were 31st in run defense. That's awful to hear because I thought they had a good run defense and they have one of the worst. So, yep, yeah, pick the Texans. You can pick the Texans. You can pick the Browns. I mean, either way, I think it's going to be a good game. Another 1 o'clock game that's going to be on CBS. Did I get that right? Yeah, I think I got that right. Okay, 1 o'clock CBS. Tampa Bay versus Carolina. In Carolina, this is my upset of the week. Carolina's going to beat the Buccaneers. I said it. Tom Brady is going to lose to no. Christian McCaffrey is out. Just want to let everyone know that he's going to lose to Teddy Bridgewater in the Carolina Panthers. I said that right. Don't make fun of me. I'm new. All right, so yeah, that should be a good game. Tom Brady, Teddy Bridgewater's in Carolina. I don't know how the weather's going to be. So Tom Brady played awful last week, so you say that he played awful last week. So we're gonna also so that's good enough of that. That's the next game. Washington football team takes on the Detroit Lions, and I give me the Lions. You can't vote for the football team anymore. They're just not good. I thought they would be good because they beat the Eagles week 1, and they've been a disappointment ever since. So Galladay is out. If anyone has him on fantasy, he is out this week. Hawkinson is questionable. T.J. Hawkinson is questionable. I don't know what he has, but he's hurt. I guess he's hurt. So, yeah. Lions, if Stafford plays a good game, they're in Detroit, so Stafford usually plays well in that stadium, his home stadium. So, so have Lions if you're going to vote, if you're doing like parlays or whatever they call them, like betting on the games and stuff, vote the Lions. All right, so the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. As you know, I hate the New York Giants. I hate any New York team. The Mets are okay, I guess, but I hate them. So I'm voting the Eagles. 10 straight weeks of them playing. No, they had a bye. So 9 straight weeks I voted the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. I just think Carson Wentz has to play a good game to beat this team because I know I called the Giants a great team last week. They're not, but they have a solid defense sometimes. They beat the Redskins last week with 3 interceptions, so yeah, so we're going to say that, all right. So Eagles are going to win. Carson Wentz is great. And then he's not great, he's okay, but you know what I meant. That will be 1 o'clock CBS. Another 1 o'clock on there's so many games this week. Jacksonville versus Green Bay. It's easy enough to say. The lock of the week is going to be Green Bay. I don't think Jacksonville has any willpower to go up against. They have Gardner Minshew's not in, so I forget the quarterback of the Jaguars. I feel really stupid right now, but the quarterback of the Jaguars played decent last week against the Texans. So just pick the Packers in your parlay for like Barstool and stuff. I don't know. But so Aaron Rodgers is going to go off this week. Can't wait to watch that. Now we're going to get into the 4 o'clock games. 4 o'clock game first one is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. I have the Cardinals winning in an upset. It's not the upset of the week, but I don't know. I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo's good. They played great against Seattle last week. Arizona lost to Miami last week, so there's a little mix-up, but hey, I have Arizona coming back. Kyler Murray doesn't ever have bad games, so that'll be on CBS 4:05 kickoff. Running back for the Cardinals, Kenny Drake, is a game-time decision if you have on his fantasy team. Another 4:05 game. Chargers versus Tua-led Miami Dolphins. You know what? Give me the Miami Dolphins in that. Miami Dolphins are going to beat the Los Angeles Chargers. So that is good. What did we find out where it was? Joey Bosa is out. Yeah. So Joey Bosa is out. So the Chargers are down one player. So I just think that's going to be good. That's good for Tua, good for everybody. Another 4:05 game. The Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me the Raiders in this game. I just think the Raiders they beat the Chargers last week. I just think they're a hot team. They're going to be hopefully in the playoffs this year. They have a good team. Derek Carr is looking good. Josh Jacobs. The whole team is playing well. So I know the Broncos almost beat the Falcons last week, and the Broncos are a good team. So expect this game to be good. Expect it to be good. Another 4:25 kickoff. This is the game. It could be the game of the week. Seattle Seahawks versus Los Angeles Rams. I have the Seahawks winning in this game. I think they're going to Russell Wilson's first game in SoFi Stadium. I just think he's going to go have a good game. The Seahawks always have good games. They need DK to go off. Tyler Lockett to actually have more than 3 catches tomorrow. Run game they don't really have a good run game, the Seattle Seahawks. Their defense actually needs some. Jamal Adams, I don't know, was not looking too pretty on Twitter for him. He was not good last week. So they need to play well. I think the Seahawks are going to win this. This could potentially be the game of the week. Another 4 o'clock game, 4:25 game. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 8-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. This is potentially another game of the week. Because I just it could be good. Ben Roethlisberger is off the COVID list, so he's going to start against the Bengals. Joe Burrow this is his first game against the Steelers in his career, who he's going to be playing a lot when he's on the Bengals. So I just think it's going to be a good team. It's going to be a good game. Great defense, good offense. This could be a 34-31 game. Who knows? It could be a 21-10 game. Who knows? But regardless of the fact, it's going to be a good defensive game. Both sides are going to be playing well, so we have that. All right, so this if you go back to preseason, before the season started, this would probably be the game of the week. 4:25 on Fox, 49ers versus Saints. If you went back to preseason when there was no players that were injured, this is game of the week. This was going to be such a good game. Joe Buck and Aikman probably would have been there. They're probably going to be at Seahawks Rams, but give me the Saints in this. I know I talk bad about the Saints. I don't talk bad about the Saints. I talk bad about Drew Brees. But Drew Brees did play well last week, so we'll give him that. So I just think the 49ers are too banged up, so just give me the Saints in that. It's too easy for that. Pick them. The Sunday night game. I thought they were going to change this, but Baltimore Ravens are taking on the New England Patriots here in Foxborough. I give me the Pats, obviously. I'd never bet against the Pats, ever. If they lose this is a must-win game. I know you beat the Jets last week, but this is a must-win game for you. So just letting you know that if they lose, season could be over. But I think they're going to beat the Ravens. I just don't really think the Ravens have a good offense. I mean, you watched the last couple of weeks, they just haven't really been performing well. So give me Cam Newton. Maybe throw a touchdown pass this week, maybe. I don't know. The running game, if you need to run it and win, that's fine, but passing is pretty cool too. I mean, we have no receivers, so you can't really blame Cam Newton, but, So, yeah, and then Calais Campbell is out for the Ravens. First time since 2014 he's been out of a football game. That is crazy. Calais Campbell's great defensive back. It's a must-win for the Pats. It has to be. I think every game from now on is a must-win. So, There's that. Now we have the Monday night game, 8:15. Oh, it was Sunday night, 8:15 on NBC. If anyone was tuning in, the Monday night game on ESPN, 8:15 p.m. is the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Give me the Bears in this game. I know Dalvin Cook carries the Minnesota Vikings, but Bears have good defense, and I need Dalvin Cook to go off. Obviously, my fantasy team, so I need him to go off. But I just have the Bears winning. Matt Nagy, the head coach of the Chicago Bears, is giving up play calling for the OC, so maybe it'll change it up a little bit. Maybe they'll actually play better offense for once. Who knows? And so, yeah, there's my picks. I have Texans, Panthers, Lions, Eagles, Packers, Cardinals, Dolphins, Raiders, Seahawks, Steelers, Saints, Patriots, and Bears winning. With the upset of the week, Panthers over Bucks. My lock of the week, Jaguars, Packers over Jaguars. And the game of the week, either Seahawks, Rams, or Bengals, Steelers. Now it's time to get into a little NBA talk. As you heard in the last week, Adam Silver has come out and said that the NBA season is returning December 22nd, right before Christmas time. That's awesome. I can't wait for that. Can't wait. That's right. You're on Christmas, so there'll be games, hopefully on Christmas Day. And I'm just so excited. Hopefully it's Warriors, Lakers. See my boy Steph Curry ball out. So, speaking of basketball and shoes, because they wear shoes, Bills of Billerica. If you go to Bills of Billerica on Instagram, they are having great sales. You can go look them up, go chat them up, hit them up if you ever need shoes for any type of occasion. Christmas is coming up. If you want to get presents for your friends or anything, go look up Bills of Billerica on Instagram. Go hit up my friend. He's really good, and he'll hit you up right away. Hopefully, I don't know what he does, but anyways, Bills of Billerica on Instagram. We'll go look him up. So, basketball season coming up. Can't wait. Now, in literally 4 days from now, the NBA draft will be awakening us. So, I have my predictions for the top 5 picks in the draft and why I think they should go there. So, we're going to get into that in a second. But first, I want to get into a little trade talks. We have some trade talks in the NBA, so we're going to get into that. So, as you know, Gordon Hayward wants out of the Boston Celtics. He wants to leave. He wants to go somewhere else. So there are trade talks for Miles Turner of the Indiana Pacers. So Gordon Hayward would probably get traded there. I heard something about Kemba Walker getting traded. I haven't seen anything like articles or anything about it, but I heard they want to trade him as well. But also another big one, Russell Westbrook wants to get traded. He's already told the Houston Rockets he wants out of Houston. I also heard James Harden. I don't know how true the James Harden one is, but I've heard James Harden wants out of Houston as well. But yeah, Russell Westbrook wants out of Houston. He wants to go anywhere. So some top places that want him are Charlotte. Charlotte Hornets said they wanted him. Like, they want to trade for him. But or the New York Knicks. But because the Knicks, if they can take his $130 million contract, they'll take him. Like, that's what Houston had. That's his contract deal, I guess, with Houston. But so, yeah, they want to trade him. I don't know. I think he should stay in Houston. I think give him one more season, but I guess James Harden wants out of Houston as well. Because Russell Westbrook wants to get traded because he wants to do what he did in OKC. He wants to, because when you're on Houston, you have to give James Harden the ball as well. So he didn't really want to do that. He likes to have the ball in his hand. He likes to take all the shots. That's what he likes. That's why he didn't want to go to Houston. Well, that's why he wants to leave Houston. He wants to go to a team where he can do his role in OKC. That's what he wants. And James Harden, I don't know why James Harden wants to leave. I mean, he's just realizing now that they're not going to win a championship with him on him. So, yeah. Gordon Hayward also, yeah, we obviously got to that. But the Gordon Hayward thing, I don't know why he wants to leave. Not like he's not that good of a player. I mean, I like Gordon Hayward, but I don't think he's, like, worth it all. Because I've been hearing a lot of trade rumors, but, it's the Celtics. They never really want to trade players, or they just never do anything trade-wise because I don't know why. I think the Celtics should be set. I mean, we have 3 first-round picks in the draft. Speaking of draft, we're going to get into that right away. I know we're getting better. So, yeah. So, the NBA draft's coming up on Wednesday, so we're going to do my picks, obviously. So, number 1, we have Minnesota is going first in the draft. They're going up against, I don't know, yeah, they're going first. So, obviously, I have LaMelo Ball going first. of LaMelo Ball going first to Minnesota. I think Minnesota needs depth in many positions, and they don't have a lot to work with because they traded away a lot of players in trade deadline a couple months ago or whenever that was. So they want to move forward with Karl-Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell as their main tandem. So getting Ball, just moving him around. Because Ball, he can go anywhere. He can go anywhere from 1 to 8. I'm just saying he's probably going to go first because I really don't think any one of the top 10 picks fit well in Minnesota's scheme. I don't know. I just don't think it fits well. So, but he has great court vision and he has good passing skills, but he has a lot to work on in his game. Like, he actually needs to try on defense, and he doesn't look. A lot of his shots, he's not consistent with his shot. One goes in and out, and I mean, like, one game he'll have a great game, and then one game he won't. He just has to be a better teammate as well, so he has a lot to work on, but I think he's going to go first. I don't really think anybody of the top 10 fit well in the system in Minnesota, but that's just me. At number 2, I have Anthony Edwards. Golden State Warriors are going second. I have Anthony Edwards going second. He's out of Georgia. I think he looks great. He might be my favorite prospect in the draft right now. So he's a shooting guard as well. So learning outside of Curry, Clay, and Draymond, the Warriors are really bad. I mean, we saw it last year. Curry, Clay, and Draymond. Was Draymond out? I don't think so. But Draymond can't do anything himself. So. So, I mean, after that, they're not really good. So, getting a little prospect like Anthony Edwards in, and because he's going to be learning from Curry, one of the greatest shooter, if not the greatest shooter of all time. Clay, an absolute shooter. He can shoot anything. And Draymond, a great defender. Learning from those guys, that's going to be such a good fit in Golden State. And I think it's going to play out so well. At number 3, James Wiseman from Charlotte. So, Charlotte's going third, all right? And they want James Wiseman. Well, they're going to draft James Wiseman, in my opinion. I just think Hornets could use depth all over the court, but they really need a big man up at center. They don't have. I'm playing with them on 2K, and they just do not have good centers at all. So I think picking up James Wiseman could be so good because they have a great team around him. Rozier is okay. Devontae Graham is good. Like, they have a lot of good players. I think they need a big man. At number 4, Killian Hayes to Chicago. I think Chicago is a very young team with Levine and Kobe White at guards. And just adding Killian Hayes with the 3-guard position is just so good. It's just going to be so intriguing to watch that. And number 5, we have... I'm definitely going to get this wrong. Deji Idada. He's a small forward. I think Cleveland's going to go for him. Because... hopefully I didn't say that name wrong. Hopefully I didn't say the name wrong, but I definitely did. Cleveland, they don't have it. They're not building around a franchise player right now. I know that Colin Sexton and Darius Garland they do have talent. I'll give you that. They have talent, but I just don't think they're not going to find their franchise player in this draft. But I think they need players, but they haven't found their LeBron yet. So that's top 5 positions right there. NBA season coming back. I don't know, way too early predictions. I think the Celtics, I always say, are going to be good, but who knows? The Celtics could be good. I always say they're going to be good. They're going to be good. Jason Tatum, I think, is going to take a bigger role this year if Gordon Hayward leaves and Kemba Walker might get traded. Marcus Smart might get traded as well. He's going to take a bigger role. So I think the Celtics will be a good team. They were a great team last year. Just came up a couple games short of the finals. The Miami Heat were a great team. Love the Miami Heat. Wanted them to win the finals, but LeBron and the Lakers just showed they were a better team. So basically that's about it, NBA talk. And now we're going to get into a little bit of the Masters. Because I'm going to wrap this up in a little bit. So I know nothing about golf. I'm not a big golf guy, but the Masters is up right now, so might as well. It's on CBS or ESPN. Whenever you listen to this, it's probably over, but if you're listening to it right when it comes out, it'll probably... So yeah, anyway, so at first, John Ram, he's in number 1. He's in first place. Number 2, Abraham Anker, he's in number 3. The man from Down Under, Cameron Smith, is in 3rd place. And 2 Americans, Justin Thomas in 4th, and Dustin Johnson in 5th. Once again, I don't know really a lot about golf. I didn't even know I knew the Masters were happening. It's in Augusta because I like where the big one is. So yeah, I don't really know about golf, so don't come to me for golf. I know more about football and basketball than that. Now, to end this tragedy, just kidding. I think I had a pretty good episode. Talking about college football. So a lot of games are not played. I thought there were going to be good games this week. They're not a lot. Alabama, LSU was supposed to be played, but they canceled it due to COVID, and I guess the Big 12 isn't playing. So, like a lot of Oklahoma and Texas are not playing. So now we're going to deal with this. Number 2, Notre Dame taking on Boston College. I think it's going to be a good game. Obviously, give me Notre Dame to win that. Arkansas at number 6, Florida in Florida. Give me Florida for that. Number 9, Miami Hurricanes taking on Virginia Tech. That could be a good game of the week. Give me Miami, obviously. Number 10, Indiana versus Michigan State. Give me Indiana. In that game, I just think it'll be a good game. And number 11, Oregon versus Washington State. Give me Oregon, obviously. Give me the ranked teams, obviously. I know we're getting better at this, step by step, trusting the process. I got a lot of things going on, so with this and the podcast coming up, and we're getting better week in, week out. So just keep listening. You know, a couple of months it'll be a really good podcast. We'll get cameras and stuff. We can get people on. I'm gonna figure out how to edit this. I'm gonna figure out how to edit and get people into it. So don't feel like giving up now, because I don't want to give up, and I don't want you to give up listening. So obviously going to be 21 minutes for a podcast is pretty good. So like that, guys, thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week. We're going to have some more news about the podcast coming up and just everything. All right, see you guys.